Hello, in this video we're going to talk about the task manager and how to use the task manager to keep employees on track and to organize your business. And the primary purpose of this particular feature is to not let things slip through the cracks and to be able to non-verbally assign a task to an employee or to non-verbally assign a task to yourself. Of course, you wouldn't necessarily do that verbally, but this is a list of sorts to keep people on track. So you can access it by clicking there, and there are a couple of different permissions for the task manager. Some employees may have permissions to see all the open tasks for all employees, and other employees may just can see their own tasks. At any rate, there's a couple of different sorts, or a number of different sorts for the task manager. First, you have location. If there's more than one location for the business, you would be able to collate by location. The next is whether or not this is a completed task, not started, or in process. Of course, a date range. If you wanted to query a particular date range, you can do that. You can query a particular person. You can sort by priority and by frequency, either all, non-recurring, or recurring. You can look at the details on a task by simply clicking on the line item, and the details will come up, and maybe there are task notes where a task can be reassigned from one person to the next person. You can edit the task here, and this is the edit screen. And of course you can reassign the task as well. So we're going to reassign this task to sample worker. And now that is reassigned. Now it's very easy to add a task. Simply you're going to click the add new task. You're going to give it a due date. You're going to give it a status. Most of the time this will be a one-time status. Daily, weekly, or any other type of recurring task is better on the checklist because you can set it for a particular day. There's a time limit on these tasks in terms of how long you can set it out for a recurring task daily. So it's better, most recurring tasks are better to do in the checklist instead of in the task manager. So one-time task, I'm going to assign it to an employee. Now this function over here is so that you can allow another person to see the task and potentially even complete the task, but it is assigned to a particular person. Most of the time you will leave this blank. So just to let you know, that's the point of it, is they have permission to see or view the task. Now this is for employees who do not have permissions to view all tasks for all employees. Otherwise, if you did have that permission, you'd be able to see that task anyway. But for most employees, you're going to set this, and the point of allowing another person to see it, maybe there's more than one front desk person and you just need someone at the front desk to complete a task, so you would allow another person to be able to see it, and if it shows up in their task manager and they can complete it, then an obvious efficient workflow would be to allow the other person to complete the task if the primary person that you assigned it to was busy for whatever reason. The point is efficiency and to get things done as quickly as possible. And then you have priority. Normally you're going to leave department blank. You can have priority. It defaults to normal. You can also set it as high or low. And then you're going to write in your task. If you want to get more specific with the description, then you can get more specific there. And the notes are primarily for, making notes when people are having difficulty or something, they need to reassign it to another person, and then the other person can go in there and read the notes on it. So most of the time you're going to leave the task notes blank. You're going to assign the task, and now we have the task there. And in order to complete the task, you have to have the status as in process. If it's not in process, it will not be completed or not be able to be completed. So it's moved down the list here now. These are the most pressing tasks. It's always going to have the oldest task first, and the ones that are not started, they're going to show first because they need to either be started or completed based on the due date. So now we can complete this task. When you complete a task, it's going to show up in their history. So we're going to look at the history here. We're going to complete this task, and there's the history. That's the task right there. So all tasks are recorded in the employee history as well. You can also remove a task, but if you remove a task, it's not going to record in the employee's history. So there's the remove, and we'll go ahead and remove this one as well. So those are the major points on the Task Manager. As always, if you have any questions or comments, you can access us through the help button or email us at support@OfficeAutomated.com.